Right. How is everyone doing? It's the post. It's the day after Roma Empoli. And it was a great win. I mean, it was one of those wins which I think, one of those matches, I should say, which Roma could have easily, and I mean, really easily underestimated. But they won. And it was a solid win. Now, many people will go, yes, it's Empoli. Roma won. Wow. And part of that is right. You know, they were Empoli. They are a newly promoted club. But let's remember that they are a club which beat Juventus away. So I think they could have been dangerous. But I think Roma dealt with yesterday's match the best way possible. Now, I think Roma played, now that it's the October international break, I can say that up to now, in these first 1.5 months of seeing Mourinho managing in this era, I can say that Roma has played some incredible matches, some weak matches, but that's what will happen. And I think one of the best matches was Roma-Fiorentina, the first match. I also think one of the best matches was the win against CSKA Sofia in the Europa Conference League. But there is a part of me wanting to say that yesterday's match was one of the best matches out there, which Roma played up to now under Jose Mourinho. Now, I'm saying this because I think Roma attacked very, very, very well and defended very, very well. And I'm not sure if it's the fact Smalling got, put in instead of Ibanez, and that obviously brings more experience in the defensive section. But what I can say is that the defense yesterday, and once again, we can link the fact that it's Empoli, but the defense yesterday, in my opinion, was very, very, very good. I think if you compare the performances Roma's defense played against Lazio and all of these, Verona, it was shit. But I think Mourinho wanted his players to not concede in Ukraine last Thursday, to not concede on Sunday, and, Roma deserve a tick because they didn't concede in their last two matches, because he strongly believes that this will prepare the club the best way possible to face the matches after the international break, where the players are going to be tired, and it is Juventus, Milan, and Napoli consecutively. So not conceding will give a boost. Now, speaking about yesterday's match, I think there are some very, very, very big improvements. The first one being Zaniolo. Zaniolo, in my opinion, has improved a lot. And after yesterday's match, you can really tell that no player, and I mean no player, can push Zaniolo away. And that just puts to mind that the physique in his legs at this stage is amazing. And if he progresses even more, I expect a great season from Zaniolo, and he can be the big talent of this club. So I saw a lot of improvement when it comes to Zaniolo. I saw a lot of improvement when it comes to Mkhitaryan. Apart from the goal scored, which wasn't a great goal, it was still a goal, but Mkhitaryan got back scoring, and that's definitely a boost when it comes to your psychological factors. But I just see, after yesterday's match, Mkhitaryan being more aggressive, Mkhitaryan coming back from the attacking section, back in the defensive section, helping, being aggressive with his tackles, and that's just what a prototype Mourinho player does. So I saw great improvements when it comes to Mkhitaryan and Zaniolo. And the defense in general, I think, was really, really, really good. Now, obviously, there's another thing that we have to say, that Abraham is probably the most unluckiest player out there. And I mean the unluckiest player in the Serie A, possibly in the world, after these months and a half. He can be called Tammy Woodwork Abraham. Every match now, he hits a post. And if anyone here likes betting, that's a bonus for you. You just bet on Abraham hitting a post, and you just cash up, because he does it in every match. But I'm going to say that if Abraham's goal, went in yesterday, which then obviously led to a Mkhitaryan goal, but if Abraham scored that, it would have been a Puskas Award contender. as well as Mo Salah's goal in the match against Man City. That was a beauty of a goal as well. But in that shot, you can see the strength in Abraham's leg and just the determination of him wanting to win with the AS Roma shirt, wanting to score because he loves us. He loves the passion. You know, there's a video of him singing the AS Roma anthem a few weeks ago and like going like that. That's just the spirit that Mourinho gives to these players. And that's a bonus. So I really think yesterday's match was one of the best matches Roma played in these first month and a half in the Serie A. Now, obviously, to beat clubs like a potential Real Madrid, a potential Napoli right now, Roma still need to improve. I'm not saying that Roma need to stop here, right? Because it would just be too easy. Okay, we won 100%, great match, that's it. No, it would be too easy for me and for every single Roma player and Mourinho. You know, even after a win, even after a great performance, Mourinho will have to break down all of the points which need to be improved. And that's just the beauty of it. And now he has got a full week plus to do this and to prepare the best way possible for possibly the three most important matches of the season when it comes to trying to get in a Champions League zone. Because in the three matches that Roma will play, which are, as I repeat, Juventus, Napoli, and Milan and Napoli consecutively, I'm divided, in two. Because if Roma's defense is shit in those matches, Roma have serious, and I mean serious problems and chances of managing to get 1 point at least from those matches. So that's the negative part. But if this club collaborates, if they play well, I think a win against Juventus can come easily. A draw against Napoli at home can come easily. And AC Milan is a tough match, but anything can happen in football. So I think concentration will be key when it comes to those matches. But I think once again, the defensive section, let's get back to it. Let's break down the defense. Because I'm not sure if it was Smalling's, Smalling being present in Roma's defense yesterday, because he definitely brings the experience. Okay, he might come towards the end of his career. He might get injured very, 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 consecutively. In fact, he did get injured. But the experience Smalling brings to Roma's defense, no other Roma player can bring it to the club. And that's just why I think Smalling is a very important player. Now, someone who impressed me a lot, and obviously it's not a surprise, is the new king of Rome, Lorenzo Pellegrini. He is just, and I say this every time, but I need to say this, he's the spirit of this club. He is, our lungs, which, as well as our heart, make our body and our life go forward. Pellegrini is exactly what leads to good performance. I think no one right now can replace what Pellegrini is doing at Roma. Obviously, he's getting that boost because he renewed his contract a few days ago until 2026. And that boost of wanting more, wanting to perform more will obviously come. And it will be great psychologically. But Pellegrini right now is something we need to appreciate. Because Pellegrini, like he's doing now, was very, very, very hard to get with Paulo Fonseca. And we need to focus on preserving him. Because he can be the future of this club. Now, when it comes to preserving, another topic that we have to talk about after yesterday's match is a player who comes from the Academy AS Roma club, who comes from Gambia, who took Cristante's spot yesterday and got substituted because he had some cramps. He's someone who is probably, as well as N'Golo Kante, one of the most humble players out there. He's one of those players which has suffered a lot when it comes to his childhood. I'm speaking about Ibrahima Darboe. Because Ibrahima Darboe is and is going to be, full stop, AS Roma's future. And I think, when you compare the Fredkins, Dan Fredkin, Ryan Fredkin, Thiago Pinto, to what Pelota and Monchi did to this club a few years ago, up to now, it's just a boost. We're having, presidents and owners of this club who come to matches every single time. And that's great. But the second, and listen to this, the second the Fredkins or Thiago Pinto let Ibrahima Darboe, let him go to other clubs, they sell Ibrahima Darboe, that's when you become a bastard. Because that means that you do not know a crap about football. Because Darboe, in my opinion, is someone which big clubs like Liverpool, like many clubs which need to replace old players. And I've got thinking of Real Madrid here, right? Casemiro and Modric are not the youngest out there. When Modric ends his career, I'm gonna tell you this. Real Madrid will point their eyes on Ibrahima Darboe. And if the Fredkins try and hold that pressure from Real Madrid and keep Darboe, that makes you the best owner out there. Because Darboe is elite. Full stop. Elite. He's an academy player, and the touch, the aggression, the tackles, and the physique of this player is what Veretout and Cristante normally bring combined. All of that is just in one humble little player. Now, yes, there was an error that Darboe made yesterday, but many famous people once said that you will only improve making errors. So as much as that error might have led to an Empoli goal, that error will teach him a lot. And I strongly believe that if Darboe keeps on performing like this, Cristante, bye-bye. Bye-bye. So I am very, 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 very impressed with Ibrahima Darboe. Now, so before getting on to Alex's match reaction and before getting on to my player ratings, I do want to speak about, we speak about Zaniolo and Abraham. I want to speak about the substitutions. Because I think, let's see the substitutions yesterday, because Mourinho I can't remember Mourinho substituting many players yesterday, so I might be wrong here. I might remember something very, very vaguely. But look at this, because Mourinho yesterday substituted. Oh no, he had a few. He had a few. Cristante for Darboe because of an injury. Calafiori and Vina out because obviously he wasn't 100% fit. El Shaarawy for Zaniolo. Right, El Shaarawy. I think El Shaarawy is a great player, but he doesn't bring that impact to the club when they actually need it. And don't get me wrong, El Shaarawy is one of those players which can score bangers of goals once in a while. But when Mourinho substitutes El Shaarawy, he barely touches any ball. And that just puts a question mark in my head. Does El Shaarawy actually deserve to start every match? Because if you substitute him, he doesn't impact the match. And then Zalewski in and Mkhitaryan out. Now this is something we are seeing constantly. We've seen this against Lazio and we've seen that yesterday. I do expect Mourinho substituting Zalewski and trying to get the best part of Zalewski out of him. Zalewski for Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan was great yesterday, bagged a goal, had to rest. But I do think Zalewski has great potentials. Got fouled yesterday, got an important free kick. And then the last substitution was Roger Ibanez for Smalling, which was injured. Speaking about Smalling once again, he brings the experience, but he always gets injured. That's basically the definition of Chris Smalling. So, overall, I do think it was a great match. And as I said at the start, I strongly believe yesterday's match was one of the best matches Roma and Mourinho played in these first month and a half in the Serie A. That's just not because Roma won. It's the performance. The pressing yesterday was something else. Rewatch that match and you will see the Roma players pressing non-stop. And that's just the positive thing. That's the factor of a win. Also, something I want to mention is Pellegrini yesterday. If you watched the match, you probably understand this. Pellegrini yesterday did very interesting movements. Now, a movement that Mourinho asked Pellegrini to perform yesterday quite many times is Zaniolo giving the ball back to Pellegrini and Pellegrini launching it to Zaniolo, which then enters the box. That is something which, if Roma spend more time on, can be decisive. Because at the start of the season, and I mean, we are at the start of the season, the first matches, we, have seen Pellegrini playing in the area, right? He was basically a second striker as well as Abraham. After yesterday's match, look at this. Pellegrini was at the start. The first matches was here. He went closer to the midfielder area, and that's where he played the majority of the time yesterday. And there was this new movement which Mourinho wanted to try, which was Zaniolo to Pellegrini, and Pellegrini launched it to Zaniolo or Mkhitaryan. So it was really, really good. So I think, really, I'm saying this as a Roma fan. Yesterday's match was one of the most convincing matches up to now under Jose Mourinho. Now, before getting on to Alex, I'm going to give my player ratings. But before my player ratings, lads, if you're new here, obviously, please subscribe, like this live stream, and if you have time, follow me on Instagram at @lowerscore, the Simon Show. But also, click this, as soon as this live stream ends, click the second link, or the first link down below, to access a Google form. Because now, during this October break, it's a perfect time for you guys to give us, advice, your favorite moments, and just to comment on the Simon Show. So click, as soon as this live stream ends, the second or first link. It says Google Form, so you can click on that. It will bring you directly to a Google Form, and all you need to do, it takes 5 to 10 minutes, is answer the questions, and me, Alex, Chuck, and Gary will get the answers, and we'll try to build the best channel out there. So do it, it helps a lot. Do it, please, lads. So, let's move on to my player ratings before Alex. I think yesterday, Roma played one of the most convincing matches out there. But the player ratings for me are this. Rui Patricio, he didn't do much, to be fair. A few saves, he was there, he was present, he was confident. He didn't concede, it's a clean sheet. So obviously, the fact that it's a clean sheet, I am going to give Rui Patricio an 8 out of 10. It could easily be a 10, but I just don't remember Rui Patricio performing any saves. So Rui Patricio, in my opinion, deserves an 8. The 4 defenders, which were Karsdorp, Mancini, Smalling, and Vigna. Karsdorp, for me, and I can't stress this, enough, is Karsdorp, to me, does not give any impact to this club. And I would seriously consider playing Ibanez as a right back now. Because he's way more aggressive, he's way more defensive, and if Karsdorp doesn't perform that well in attack, just put Ibanez in. I keep on giving Karsdorp a 6 out of 10, and I'm going to continue to give Karsdorp a 6 out of 10 in this match as well, because he's not convincing me. And I think he has great potentials, which are not being converted into reality right now. And I think he's not impacting the team in a good way. So Karsdorp for me gets an average 6. The 2 defenders yesterday were great. Clean sheet once again. They acted very well together. They collaborated well together. Smalling got obviously injured. Mancini with a great leadership. I'm giving Mancini an 8 out of 10. And I'm giving Smalling a 9 out of 10. I think, as I said at the start, Smalling brings the experience in the defense which Roma need in tough matches. And I do expect Smalling to start against Juventus if he's back from this injury, which I don't even know if it's a serious injury or not. So I seriously think Smalling brings the experience. We can all say that Smalling is the best defender out there, full stop. And I'm saying this out loud. Mancini might be younger, Ibanez might be younger, they might have the better potentials, but Smalling, no one beats Smalling as a centre back. The experience and the aggressive is something else. So Smalling for me gets a 9. Yeah, mate, I'm gonna read the chat as soon as I end my at the very end. And then Vigna for me, can't remember what Vigna did much yesterday. But once again, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He's not 100% fit, so we do expect him not to play 100%. But I do remember Vigna attacking quite a lot. I do remember many slide tackles from Vigna, and that is good. But I am giving Vigna a 7 out of 10. It's not bad, but he can do better. if he wants that competition with Spinazzola, which I highly doubt because Spinazzola is the best left back out there right now. Full stop once again. I think if Vino wants to compete with Spinazzola, if he wants to have many minutes in his legs when Spinazzola is actually available, it'll be hard for him if he doesn't perform. Now, Spinazzola, there was a picture of Spinazzola getting back running a few days ago. So Spinazzola's recovery is proceeding very well. So Vino 7 out of 10 for me. The two center midfielders, defensive midfielders, are Veretout and Darboe. Darboe impresses me a lot. He did have an error yesterday, but as I said before, errors make players grow. I'm giving Darboe a 9 out of 10 because of the confidence he has, despite his age, despite his past, and despite being an academy player. Darboe 9 out of 10 for me. Veretout gets an 8 out of 10. He is the machine, the defensive machine when it comes to the midfielder. He's the one who runs, who tackles. He is the Pellegrini of the defensive section. And I do think Veretout is not 100% fit. I'm not even sure if the Champs give him a call. Hopefully not. Because I think the call he got a few months back destroyed him quite a lot. It made him very, very tired. So I do think Veretout gets an 8 out of 10. Good performance from him. But once again, he can score more. He can be more aggressive. And he can get that 10 out of 10 in my opinion. Now the three attacking midfielders were Zaniolo, Pellegrini and Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan got back scoring. This means that psychologically, it will give him a boost. He'll be ready for more matches. The goal wasn't great. It was Abraham doing 99% of the job. But he was there. Mkhitaryan was acting present. And, that goal that Mkhitaryan scored is one of those goals which looked very easy on TV, but looked very, very hard and are extremely hard when it comes to actually realizing them. So Mkhitaryan gets a 7 out of 10. Pellegrini he's the king of Rome. He renewed his contract. What do you want more? You know what? I think Pellegrini, the fact that he renewed his contract, the fact that he's linked to Rome, he's Roman, he will be the future Francesco Totti, maybe getting that 10. I'm giving Pellegrini a 10 out of 10. And this 10 out of 10 is a 10 out of 10 which will push him to get a 10 behind his t-shirt. Pellegrini, 10 out of 10 for me. He's elite. And if Pellegrini was available against Lazio, that match would have probably ended as a draw. So, it's great. Pellegrini, 10 out of 10 for me. Let me know if you agree. But if you don't, I couldn't care less. Because Pellegrini is the spirit, the heart, the machine, and the king of AS Roma. And Zaniolo on the other side, the improvements, Zaniolo were amazing. He's improved a lot. His physique is on another level. No player actually pushes Zaniolo. It's just physically impossible to push Zaniolo and to tackle Zaniolo. The improvements are great. He wants that goal. You can see it from the determination. You can see it from his face. You can see it from the, he wants that goal. He just needs to be a teeny tiny less selfish and he can be the best player out there. Zaniolo for me gets a solid 8 out of 10 because the improvements, if you compare Zaniolo at the start to Zaniolo now, in my opinion, it's great. Absolutely great. Now Abraham obviously got a call from Southgate because obviously, I think Abraham as he's a great player. He's a great young player. But England have got some very interesting strikers. The one himself, Harry Kane. But Harry Kane is not performing well. Harry Kane is not performing well because he wants to leave Tottenham. That's simple. He's not performing well because he wants to leave. And if he's not fit, Southgate needs options. Cabby Lane? The TikToker star? Cabby Lane, Cabby Lam, whatever his name is. When he goes like that, there you go. Tammy Abraham is yours, Southgate. Tammy Abraham is yours. Tammy Abraham is yours. You finally understood to give a call to this young lad, which has performed really well, which can be the future of the England squad. If you say, the moment Kane retires, boom, Tammy is there. He's got incredible bonds with many players. Fikayo Tomori, Mason Mount, Reece James. He's getting back with his Chelsea squad mates. And this, this opportunity to be representing England will build him a lot. And yes, he might be tired for the very important matches as soon as the international duties are over. But he can get so much from this experience, which in my opinion, it's a boost for when Roma plays top interesting clubs like Juventus, Milan and Napoli consecutively. So I think the players which didn't get a call, don't you worry. Because you'll be with Mourinho, you'll work a lot, you'll reassess, you'll look at you can look at your mistakes, improvement in these 2 weeks, and you could prepare the best. Once again, I said this quite many times. The international duties now are a bummer because players are going to be tired, but at the same time, I think they couldn't have fitted the best way possible. Because Roma, after the international duties, are playing against Juventus, Milan and Napoli, and they need to reassess and look at their mistakes before stepping and playing against these teams. So bloody hell, this car. What do you bloody have? A bloody farting machine in your fucking motor or something? Those teenager cars. Bloody hell, I'll blow them out. I'll bloody exterminate those cars. It's just... Bloody hell, man. I'm not sure if you heard that. It was a bloody Formula 1 race underneath my house or something. Bloody hell. My God, those cars. So... I was saying it's the perfect timing to reassess and to look at those mistakes and improve them for these matches. So as much as these international duties are shit position because the players will be tired, I think we can get some positives out of it. Right, I've talked quite a lot. I've gave my match reaction, I've gave my player ratings. Let's move on to Alex himself, the man, the myth, the legend. Now, before we move on to Alex, if you're new here, please subscribe, like this live stream, follow me on Instagram at lowerscore the Simon Show, and click the first link, the Google Form link down below in the description below to access the Google Form, answer all the questions. It takes 5 to 10 minutes, and it's a good opportunity for you guys, the TSS fan, to actually, let us know your favorite bits, how we can improve the channel for you guys. So it takes 5 minutes, and for me, Alex, Chuck, and Gary, it will mean a lot. It's the Google Form link down below. Click it as soon as this live stream ends and access the Google Form and answer the questions. It's fun. It takes 5 minutes. It's not gonna ruin your life. So let's move on to Alex and let's see what he thinks for this match. So let's get Alex on.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's a win. It's AS Roma 2, Empoli 0. It's a clean sheet too. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy. We did it again. In case you missed anything out of the match, AS Roma had about 18 total attempts on goal. Empoli had 11. The attempts that were on target for AS Roma were 7 of the 18, and Empoli had 3 of the 11. Total possession was AS Roma 62, and obviously Empoli had approximately 38%. Passing accuracy, AS Roma had 91%, and Empoli had about 83%. Corners were 5-5 each. Offsides were 3-4. AS Roma with 3 offsides and Empoli with 4 offsides. AS Roma had only 11 fouls committed. Empoli had 16 fouls committed. AS Roma had 2 yellow cards. Empoli had 3 yellow cards. And again, it's 2-0. 2-0, we win. So yeah, straight up, it was a good game. We got the job done early. I really have, no complaints at all, apart from the fact that I wish we could have run this up earlier in the first half, more fire. But I think it's like a chess game, whereby both teams trying to check each other out and create, just chances. But it didn't work out until Pellegrini scored, after signing his contract. And then also in the second half, Tammy Abraham taking the shot, which hit the crossbar and fell to the feet of Mkhitaryan, and he made it 2-0. So it was a quiet game. As you could tell from the moment we scored the second goal, they were all just relaxed. Lots of passes, touches, slow touches. Nicolo Zaniolo, lots of sprinting. He looks more fit. But obviously he got tired towards the 79th, 80 something minute. Chris Smalling, I think, picked up a knock or a little injury. Darboe picked up some injury or got subbed out for some cramp. And yeah, it was nice seeing the likes of Zaleski. It was nice seeing Calafiori in. So overall, good game. I really have, again, like I said, nothing much to really say. I just wish we could start up with fire and end in blaze. I also wish Abraham had gotten off the mark. I wish he had scored a goal. We didn't see Shomurdov. It was nice seeing El Shaarawy in. But again, quiet game. But like I said in the second half, interval, can AS Roma win a game without Pellegrini? That's the whole thing, because we are too dependent on Pellegrini, and that worries me. That bothers me a lot. Also, what I noticed was, after that second goal, Abraham was really frustrated, asking the players to, send him the ball, pass the ball. To him, he wanted to score. He was hungry to score, but that really never happened. But it's okay, Abraham. You get your chance some other day. Mkhitaryan, did what he does. That's good to see. But if I was to give it a quick rating, Rui Patricio had a quiet in the office, a clean sheet, so he gets a 10 for that for me. The whole defense, clean sheet, they all get 10s. I'm sending you all off on an international break with 10s now. So, Darboe, mistake in the first half, giving up the ball away. He needs to learn and grow some more, so I'll leave him with a 7. Vertouts, leave him with an 8. We could do better in midfield. Zaniolo, with all those power runs, you get a good 8 as well. Pellegrini gets a 10 after signing the contract. He makes a statement. Good job. Mkhitaryan scored a goal. Some nice runs. So he gets a 9. Tammy Abraham, well, you tried, but until you score more goals, I'll keep you at a 8 as well. So that's it in total, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget to hit that subscriber button, and we'll keep you guys updated as the international break comes along. Because when it's over, we're going into some really strong games coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a good one once again, and welcome to the Simon Show. Hit that subscriber button, and see you guys some other time. Bye-bye now.
So, you've heard it from himself, Alex. That was his match reaction. Now, let's read some comments, shall we? Milan away is harder than Napoli at home. Definitely agree with that. Milan look top class. Napoli do as well, but Milan are really good. Vertu and Cristante need to step up, though. Yeah, I think if Darboe grows even more, I don't see Cristante playing many matches, to be fair. Bring Dahoud from Borussia Dortmund. He's like most underrated. He's like the most underrated player I've seen. Way better than Zakaria. The only thing I can say about Zakaria is, if you don't want to come to Roma, do not come to Roma. We might be lacking someone like Zakaria, but we'll find another one. And as Ayman said, Dahoud, to be fair, I don't follow much the Bundesliga because it's a shitty tournament. But I've heard of him. So, if he's good, if you guys say he's good, then he will be good. So he will have a positive impact. Defense-wise, yeah, those two needs work, but Vertu Cristante is not working so far. Darboe, yeah, definitely. If Darboe grows, expect Darboe to play more matches. Zaniolo sucks. I 100% do not agree with that. Zaniolo is one of the best players in this squad. You said they need to step up. They need to step out. I think Zaniolo needs to let go to the ball from the ball. He attracts. Yeah, I think Zaniolo, if Zaniolo becomes a tiny bit less selfish, he'll be great. Last game, Zaniolo got a lot of action, which is good. If you see, he attracts 2 defenders at the time, which opens up space. Yeah, and those 2 defenders, which he attracts every time, cannot physically track him down. It's not possible because of his physique and his legs. So it's great. I agree 100%. The midfielder trio of Darboe, Veretout, Pellegrini is the best. Good reaction, bro. You're a Romanistic legend. Thank you, mate. What do you think of Tammy added to the England squad? Great. Can give him a lot of boost. And we're not giving enough service to Abraham. He's working hard and great for the team, and we're not. I think if the Roma improve the service to Abraham, Abraham can score bang, 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 goals after goals, goals galore. 2 consecutive goals, 2 consecutive games without scoring goals. Yeah, that's positive and the best way to prepare against Milan, Napoli, and Juventus. Lads, this was our match reaction. As soon as this becomes a video, feel free to comment your match reaction and your player ratings down below. All I'm asking you to do is to subscribe, to like, to follow me on Instagram at LordScore, but the most important thing today is to click the second link in the description below, or the first one, the Google Form link. Click it down below. You will access the Google Form, and you just need to answer the questions which can improve us, improving the channel, your favorite bits. It's really fun, so I invite you to click the Google Form link in the description below. It takes 5 minutes and it's good fun, so do it and we can improve the channel like the TSS fam say. Marvin Williams is saying we need to bring in a backup cam and a right back in January. What do you think? Definitely a right back, because as I said before, Karsdorp is not surprising me, and I think central attacking midfielder, yes. Yeah, definitely. More, now at this stage that Darboe is growing more, I would rather put my eyes on another cam than a center defensive midfielder, because Darboe can be the Zakaria, if you see what I mean. Right, lads, that's it from me. Good night. Take care. I'll catch you tomorrow for another live stream. And yeah, click the Google Form link down below to access the Google Form and answer all the questions. I'll speak to you soon. Simon out. Boring international duties, by the way. We want more Serie A matches. Right, that's it. Simon out.